Hi, Rick Snider, and I'm going to be your tour guide for our following tour on the John Wilkes Booth final act, the final day, April 14th, 1865, when John Wilkes Booth assassinates President Abraham Lincoln. Right now we're starting off at the very beginning of the tour. Right behind me is what is today the museum. Back then it was the National Hotel, and John Wilkes Booth was staying in this hotel that day, as he often did. Now, on this tour today, I'm going to take you around various spots of Booth's last day. We've chronicled every place he was, people he talked to, and that's where the journey goes today. So we start off here at the National Hotel. Today, as a museum, it is known for a museum of newspapers and other editorial groups, TV, internet, things like that. But back then at the National Hotel, it was considered one of the more upscale places here, right near the U.S. Capitol, kind of partway between the Capitol and the White House. And John Wilkes Booth stayed here. He came in about 2 a.m. on that fateful day, and he wrote a letter to his mother, and he said, "Mom, this town is boring. There's nothing going on." And you know what? That was sure change real soon. But Booth was a little upset that night because it was the night of the Illumination. And that was when the town was celebrating essentially the end of the Civil War. What happened was Robert E. Lee had just surrendered his troops at Appomattox 4 days ago, and the town was celebrating wildly. There were some Southern sympathizers in this town because we are on the border of the South. But Booth was one of those people who was pretty upset. Wasn't really taking in the celebrations. But he comes in at 2 a.m. and writes this letter that he sends to his mother. The next time that we'll see John Wilkes Booth today will be at 10 a.m. at this hotel where he was having breakfast. Basically, Booth worked a lot of late hours because he was an actor, and he liked to sleep in a little bit. So at 10 a.m. he's here.